Good morning.
It's an exciting day.
We are about to set off on the Great Loop.
It's a circumnavigation of the eastern half of the U.S. by waterways. So we're going to be following the intercoastal up north, going through the Erie Canal,
Canada and the Great Lakes and down south and through and up the Tennessee waterways and down into Alabama and repeat. Well, maybe not repeat, but we're going to, a lot of people do this in 1 year. We're going to spread this out over many years, but we're starting today.
It's exciting. We're in Punta Gorda, Florida at Burnt Store Marina, where we have been for the last, about 6 weeks, getting our feet wet, as it were.
Yeah, literally.
Since we just bought our boat in early March. And we've been going out with training captains and learning, practicing docking and maneuvering and studying up, doing our Florida Safety Boaters course, doing everything we can to prepare for this journey. And we're making the big throwing off the lines. That's the term they use to say we've moving out.
Yeah, we've done a few little test anchoring outs and stuff, but now today we're actually going to go to a place we've anchored out already, but this time we won't be leaving anything behind on the dock.
Maybe not.
Hopefully not.
We haven't left yet, so we might leave something behind on the dock.
Yes. And then a short first leg, we're actually going to spread out. Our first leg is only going to be 12 miles as the crow flies and 44 miles by water, and we're going to spread that out over probably a week. And then we'll stay again for a month in Fort Myers. And we're doing the loop slowly, but we are excited.
Yeah, so excited. We're going to take you along for this first repositioning as best we can while still being safe boaters. So our focus is, of course, on getting there and being safe boaters, but we'll try to film some footage along the way.
Yeah, our heading out days are always exciting, and then our heading back day, a couple years from now, we'll be crossing our wake, is what loopers call it when they complete the loop. So we'll be back here in a few years, crossing our wake. Yay!
Thanks, Burnt Store Marina. You've got a great
start.
Place.
Okay.
We're free, loopers. So we are on day 5 of our repositioning from Burnt Store Marina to Fort Myers.
So this is our second stop. We spent 4 nights up at Pelican Bay, which is a magical anchorage.
It's kind of busy. Every night you typically have 25 to 30 boats there.
More than. I think I counted 40 something.
Yeah. And first 3 days were amazing. The last evening, which we knew, we've been tracking the weather, we had our first storm.
Yeah,
which was fun.
We had a storm cell develop right on top of us. It woke us up in the middle of the night with rain pelting down onto
the bed because I had the hatches open.
Mm-hmm. And that was just the rain. So then we kind of sealed up and stuff. But then a storm came later in the night, and a real big cell just popped up.
We were both jarred out of bed with the yanking of the chains.
And the boat is going like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's pitch black, and you look outside and you're swinging around, so all your points of reference are
and all the other boats
spinning
around, and their anchor lights are swinging around.
Yeah, and it was a little bit scary, and we're like, okay, if our anchor starts to drag, and it was, we aren't too far from shore.
We have an anchor alarm set, so, if we were dragging and we were monitoring it.
We dragged maybe like 15, 20 feet, but then the anchor just locked in really tight. But yeah, so when I saw that beginning of dragging happening, and the wind was whipping, and the boat's going like this, and there's lightning all around, and so yeah, it was a little scary. We started the engines just to be ready, just in case. Threw some clothes on.
It was really educational and good. Yeah. I'm glad we went through it.
It was very similar. Like, we've had storm cells hit us in an RV too, and it's kind of the same thing. I've had to have that run outside and near naked to try and keep our awning from blowing away before.
Yeah, but when you're in an RV, you're not worried about, usually you're not worried about slipping and sliding into the shore or other
the next
RVs.
things, yes.
Usually that's not a trade of RV.
Yeah. So
we got through it. We then traded shift all night long, each of us staying awake.
Yeah, the next 2 hours until,
And then we slept in the morning once it calmed down. So that was our first little storm burst at Anchorage. And we decided, we looked at the weather ahead, and it looks like more storms are coming in on Friday.
Yeah, so ideally we would have planned to get to Fort Myers on Friday, but now we're going to get there
tomorrow on Wednesday. We have a full workday scheduled on Thursday, so we didn't want to be moving on Thursday. So we came down another 18 miles.
This is a Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge. It's the west eastern shore of Sanibel Island, and big mangrove area. We went kayaking a little while ago. On the way down, we had two experiences. One great, one not so great.
Got our first wake.
We got we've heard people refer to getting waked as being sea rayed and stuff, and because I guess sea ray boaters have they go fast, they don't pay attention to their neighbors, and so we had a guy in a big sea ray blow right past us, and had
didn't have time to turn the boat into the wake to minimize it, and
the wet bar fridge, everything popped out and started rolling around the fly bridge, and
nothing else.
No damage, but it was like, hey, that was
now we've had that first one. It's usually considered common courtesy that you slow down, you do a slow pass,
leave somebody a wide berth,
and that's what we had been doing. As we slow down, every sailboat would go by. You trade drinks with the person across the way, and we're in no rush, and then, oh my gosh, we're just going 8-9 knots, and the sea ray just comes by, close by, not enough time to turn into it. Oh yeah, apparently that's normal on the ICW. We should just get used to it.
Yep. So be more defensive in our positioning. But then we had other people who were really trying to mess with our wake as well. Dolphins. Dolphins. I've never seen so many dolphins. I think I counted 30 or something.
Yeah, they were just playing, and they'd come into the wake and
jump and flip sideways, and they were everywhere. Oh my goodness.
It's amazing. And this is right by just north of the power lines outside Fort Myers. It's apparently well known for the dolphins just hang out there. We've been seeing lots of them around Charlotte Harbor in general, but so many. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, the dolphins were great. And then we get to Ding Darling, and we pull,
pick our
drop
spot.
the anchor, and we're starting to grill some burgers, and I'm grilling in the back, and this manatee is basically trying to crawl up on our swim platform, sticking his tongue out at me. It's as if he wants to. It's like a dog begging for a burger, and it hung out for 20 minutes, just basically right at our swim platform, back and forth. Feed me, give me something. I'm
no, not allowed.
You're adorable. It was huge. It was the size of a small car, sticking its tongue out and just being adorable. I've never had a manatee, other than when we swam with them, that was a scene so up close. It was really kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. So it was a great repositioning, navigated well.
Yeah, it's fun team. It feels like good teamwork.
I really like it over RVing, is because to operate the boat, it is much more teamwork. And I feel like we're both very active participants in it, and I'm loving it. So tomorrow we're going to weigh anchor again and do the final 18 miles into Fort Myers, and we'll be still there for a month.
Yeah, we'll have some other, there's apparently something called the Miserable Mile that we've got to navigate through, and heading up at our first river, we'll be going under our first bridges, and some other new things. So and then we've got a slip for a month, so we're looking forward to that. So we made it.
Yay! Like there's any doubt.
There's always doubt with a boat. So we are in Fort Myers, Florida, and finished our first
Repositioning.
Yeah, I wouldn't say major repositioning. It was 12 miles as the crow flies, but it was our first big adventure on the Great Loop, and it was actually a really great trip.
Yeah, so we ended up doing 2 anchorages on the way. So we did the one at Pelican Bay and then Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge. Made the final 18 miles.
Yeah, the final push through the miserable mile, which apparently a legendary, horrible place to go boating, and it was actually very pleasant.
After all, because the channel gets pretty narrow as you're coming into Fort Myers and you come into river.
Into the river, right? But it's a no-wake zone, which means you just get to sit back and chill. And I guess maybe if there's a ton of traffic, it could be miserable. But I guess, or if you really, really want to go fast and you're in a rush to get out to the beach, it's miserable because you got to sit and putter along. But for us, puttering along was wonderful. Yeah,
it was great to not be worried about people waking us, and it was just really pretty. And just took it slow and easy, and the whole trip was pretty smooth.
Yeah. We went under our first 2 bridges. So
we each piloted through one. Did not hit anything.
No, did not hit anything. Up the river, and it was a beautiful day for cruising. And then we got to here at Legacy Harbor Marina, and it was a tight arrival.
So we picked we asked for a specific area on the dock. We wanted the nice open water view and sunset view from our aft cabin and or aft deck, not aft cabin, and so.
And we do. We have a panoramic, amazing view, but it's as you see right behind us, there is some $1 million yachts about 55 feet in front of us, and it's about as long as our boat is. And we had to pivot on a dime and then back into this slip, and it's my second marina. So and I nailed it.
He did.
Completely perfect.
And they had told us that we would be stern in, and on the port side would be where we'd be tying up, so you can get all your lines ready for that and your fenders ready. And they had the harbor master came out and was our line handler and helped us on shore. And our neighbor, we got to meet our wonderful neighbors, and they came out and helped with lines. And oh my gosh, I'm going back and forth down the boat.
And then the cat.
Okay, if you want to blame it on the cat,
you were blaming it on the cat.
I pulled a muscle in my calf, and it's just from probably being on the boat for so many days and not really having much walking, and here I am walking a lot back and forth on the boat, but so I'm now hobbling around. I was so thankful to have line handlers.
Yeah. So
it was painful.
So we made it, and we are here now in urban Mecca, at least relative to where we have been.
I don't know that many people would call Fort Myers urban Mecca, but we do.
But there are 40 restaurants within a short walk.
And a Publix.
And
just down the block. Oh,
but Publix is right there. It has been amazing. We could walk for groceries, and there's just stuff.
Which is great. And we got in. Our neighbors, their liveaboards here, they offered to drive us up to Burnt Store Marina, which is only 12 miles from here, and retrieve our Mini Cooper and bring it down, because we thought we'd need to rent a vehicle for the day and do that. So we got chore handled, done and done. Boaters are awesome. So we have our Cooper here with us, but later this month we'll actually be taking the bus and the Mini Cooper on a week-long RVing trip as we do some signal testing, and leaving both in storage over on the East Coast. And so we'll be going car-free towards the end of the month. Yeah,
so the perfect time to be in a urban walkable city with nearby groceries is when we're completely transportationless, other than, well, I guess we have a boat, so that's transportation, but
yeah,
you can't take your boat out for groceries.
Not too easily. There's not many drive-up grocery stores around here.
We did go past a 24/7, 365 bait shop while we were coming up the river. That was fascinating to see. But
we don't fish.
Yeah, they'll deliver. They had hot dogs and snacks.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yes.
But very glad that we watched the weather and got in on Wednesday, because pretty much that afternoon the winds kicked up, and they really didn't let off until this morning, and it's Sunday when we're filming this. So arrival would have been extra challenging with those wind gusts trying to get into
narrow slip. Yeah, narrow, tight fairway and slip, and so happy we got in when it was calm.
So it's been we've been rocking and rolling a lot in the boat since we got here, which has been kind of nice to be tied up. We've got a nice floating dock here, not having to worry about tides, and nice entry from
a great marina.
Yeah, it's a really great marina. We're really happy we chose this one instead of the city one. City one was fine. Down there we did look at both, and it's fine. It's just much more open. It was only came up to like only $50 more for us to be here for the month. So.
Not bad at all. And wonderful location.
We're closer to the grocery store here.
That was the main deciding factor. Okay.
So anyway, we're going to enjoy the rest of our month here in Fort Myers, and then we'll be deciding where we go from here. Goal is to get to the east coast of Florida. We will be watching the lake levels on Lake Okeechobee. They're about 5.5 right now, where we draw 4, so we can do it right now. Or we might decide to go around the southern tip, down through the Keys. So we haven't decided yet. We're watching the weather. We'll see what we do.
See you at the next spot.